Afternoon, welcome to everyone live on Sky Sports News and everybody here today. I'm a little bleary-eyed myself, having watched some of Stuart Broad's 5-wicket haul overnight. Stuart, a big supporter and friend of Froch, no doubt will be joining plenty of the sporting world tuning into this massive fight on Saturday night on Sky Sports box office. Watching George with Jodie Morris last night on Behind the Ropes, it's really appealing to the big audience, and I hope everybody is enjoying the build-up on Sky. There's a special sporting name on ringside tonight as well. We have the final countdown tomorrow night, and then of course a huge bit of boxing starting at 6 o'clock on Saturday night. A grudge match, a super middleweight encounter. It's really been exciting working on this and the build-up as we get ready for Froch and George Groves to finally settle it in the ring here in Manchester on Saturday. So let's bring in the fight promoter, Eddie Hearn, to bring the guys in.
Welcome everybody back to Manchester. It's almost here. The talking is nearly over, but luckily enough, not quite yet. I'd like to welcome, to say a few words, the challenger from Hammersmith, St George Groves.
Thank you, Eddie. I'm very excited to be here. This is an opportunity for me to become world champion, something I've dreamt about for a long time and I've put a lot of hard work into. And I know I'm ready. I know this is my time. I couldn't be in a better place, couldn't have had a better training camp, and I cannot wait for Saturday night to show everyone that this is where I belong and I'm going to be world champion.
Thank you, George. And Carl, WBA, IBF champion. A few words.
Yeah, I'm here again. Thanks for the turnout. Big thanks to Eddie Hearn and Matchroom. My coach, Rob McCracken, I owe him a massive thanks. He gets me in the shape I need to be in to perform time and time again at this top level. And for me, this is what boxing's all about, big time boxing. On Sky Sports, the best platform out there for British boxing, and it's an honour and it's a proud moment for me to be involved in an event of this magnitude. I'm really looking forward to just doing the business on Saturday night now. Everything's gone to plan. I feel great, I feel sharp. Rob McCracken's in the house, so I'm happy about that. And yeah, I'm just looking forward to fighting in Manchester. It's a different venue for me. I've boxed in Nottingham so many times. I've boxed all over the world, stateside, and my last fight at the O2 Arena in London was just an unbelievable event, and something I'll never ever forget. The rematch with Mikel Kessler, and it was received very well by everybody. Everybody loved that fight. Everybody else did too. They loved the whole event, and that's what boxing's about. Big time boxing. It's an event now, and for me, like I've said, I'm very proud to be headlining such a big event. And what can I say? I'm sharp. I'm fit. I'm fast. I'm healthy, got the best coach in the business in my corner, and I'm just looking forward to doing the job on George Groves on Saturday night. He's had a lot to say. We've all heard what he's had to say. It's been quite embarrassing, to be honest. It's been cringy listening to it and reading some of his comments. Apparently he's going to reveal how to beat me today, so I'll look forward to that one, and good luck with that one. And yeah, over to you guys. Thanks for coming.
Thanks, Carl. We're going to go straight to Fraser Dainton from Sky Sports News for some questions.
Thanks, Eddie. George, I'll start with you. Carl's just mentioned it. You've been saying that you're going to reveal the plan for us today. Would you like to go ahead?
Yeah, sure. Figured Carl keeps saying that I'm lying as such. Now, I'm not confident when I say I'm confident. I'm not ready when I say I'm ready. I think he believes that I'm going to get in there and run from him, but Carl, you're wrong. I'm going to come out, I'm going to meet you, centre of the ring, first round. And I'm going to win the jab exchanges, and I'm going to hit you with 2 right hands. Just 2. Just to let you know, whenever I want, I can hit you with a right hand. Second round, I'm going to come out, I'm going to do the same. I'm going to take the centre of the ring. I'm going to win the jab exchanges, and I'm going to hit him with more right hands. Third round, I'm going to come out, and I'm going to push him back. I'm going to push him on his back foot. And then after the third round, Carl, you're going to have to see what's coming next. It's all down to you from there.
Carl, your reaction to that?
Oh, I'm very surprised that he's come up with that little game plan in the short space of time.
It's been 10 weeks, Carl.
Oh, 10 weeks, okay. I wasn't expecting a response, so he's going to come to the centre of the ring, and he's going to hit me with 2 right hands.
Yeah,
So
try and remember it, Carl.
the first one's not going to do any damage, so he's going to hit with another one. I'm going to sit there and let him do that. So, you know, stupendous again from George Groves. Over to you.
Carl, there's been so much talked about in terms of the difference in age, the difference in class of the fighters that you've fought before, the difference in whether George or not is chinny. For your money, what are the main factors that are going to define this fight?
I think my experience at top level, my punching power, and George Groves' lack of ability to be able to take a punch is going to be the reason that he's not going to do what he just said he's going to do. It's going to be the reason he's going to come in the ring, run for his life, jab and grab, and try and get through it. He's not going to stand and fight. And regardless of what he chooses to do, I'll win the fight, whether it be on points because he's running for his life, or whether it be by knockout because he decides to stand and have a fight with me, which would be a big mistake. But I'm really hoping he does come out to the centre of the ring and have a fight with me, because it's exactly what we want. Perfect, brilliant. You've heard it here first.
George, your reaction to that?
I'm chinny, but I've never been knocked out. 19-0, unbeaten, but I am chinny. Carl's got one punch knockout power, and yet he doesn't really knock everyone out, does he? He goes to points quite a lot. We've seen him do 12 rounds a fair amount of times. And what was the other thing you mentioned, Carl? I forgot. What was the other key factor in this fight?
I can't remember, George.
No, me neither. He said the same stuff so often, and he's contradicting himself so often that it's hard to follow with what was Carl coming at. I've come here today to do him a favour, tell him exactly what I'm going to do. So I hope on fight night, Carl, you take my good advice and you make some adjustments towards it.
Well, we can train for that now. I'm coming out in round one. I'm going to get ready for the double right hand.
You're going to train for that, yeah?
The double right hand. So I just
You've got
get my
48
left foot
hours.
up. Brilliant. I know what to do. Thank you.
You've got 48 hours.
Ridiculous, is all I can say. Embarrassing.
What's
pathetic.
embarrassing? What's pathetic?
You are.
Why?
Because what you're saying, what you've been saying for the last 10 weeks.
What have I been saying for 10 weeks?
Well, I'm going to go through it all. You know, just read up some of your own words. It's pathetic.
Tell me.
You've embarrassed yourself, and on Saturday night, I'm going to get a chance to put it right. And trust me, I'll put it right. You're in a world of trouble, and you're going to know some respect.
What respect, Carl?
Listen, define
respect.
You're getting annihilated on Saturday night. Everybody knows it. I know it, and you know it. I can tell by you know it. You can see by looking in your eyes, you know it. I know by looking at you, you know you're going to get flattened. That's it. That's the end of the story.
What have I said? What implications are you getting from me now that would make you think that I know it?
I'm not going to start getting into a silly debate.
You just started this debate. I'm asking you a question, and you can't. You're giving me empty words.
What's the question, George? What's the question?
You just said you can see it in my eyes.
Yeah.
You can see it in my body language.
So what do you want me to say? What are you asking me? I'll give you an answer.
What exactly about me gives you this confidence? Because I don't see it.
It's not a question. Over to you, Fraser.
George, if I can ask you just one more, that there has been such a psychological battle going on between you. Do you feel as if...
He's fighting with himself psychologically. He's fighting with himself. And he's losing. How can you lose yourself? I'm sitting here, I'm answering his questions, I'm asking him questions, and he falls apart. He's happy to rant and rave and call me disrespectful and this and that. And as soon as I pull him on it, he goes, oh, I don't want to get into a debate. Like, it makes no sense, Carl.
When you've mixed the level I've mixed at, I've been confronted with the opponents I've been faced with, the different level of opposition, and the level I've been facing for the last 3-4 years have been world-class opposition, and these world-class fighters conduct themselves with a bit of class, a bit of dignity. You know, they say
you're a world-class fighter, Carl, because you said you were going to kill someone before your last press conference.
Where are you pulling that one out of the bag from? You know what I mean? Can you just
before your last fight, you told everyone at a press conference you was going to kill your opponent. Didn't the board have to investigate that?
You know what? There's an old saying, you can't argue with stupid. So I'm not going to argue because it's
Carl, I've just asked you something simple, and are you denying it?
The job I'm going to do on Saturday night is going to be a very pleasurable one, not just for me, but for all the fans and all the viewing public. So sit down and enjoy it, because this guy's getting absolutely flattened. I promise you that, and I guarantee you that. He's getting whooped. Simple as that. I've got no more to say. I can't argue with him. It's just, you know.
You can't argue with me, can you? Because it's embarrassing. As soon as I ask you something, you fall to pieces, Carl.
I fall to pieces. You've heard it yourself. The level of opposition I box at, you know, world championship fight after world championship fight against class, quality opposition, The only guy to beat me on my 33 career record who I've not beaten is Andre Ward, who's pound for pound number 2. He'll probably never get beat through his whole career. And I fall apart, and I'm trying to look for positives, and I'm scared, and I'm confused. It's all pathetic and ridiculous. And that's the good thing about boxing, because on Saturday night, I get to put it straight. Just enjoy it.
Gentlemen, for the moment, thank you very much indeed. I think we're going to leave it there for the moment on Sky Sports News, but thank you very much indeed for answering our questions.
Pleasure.
Thank you, guys. Now we're not live. We're going to ask the trainers to say a few words. Paddy?
I don't have very much to say here. I've got full respect for their camp. We're ready to go. We feel cool. That's it.
Thank you. And Rob?
Yeah, I think Carl summed it all up. You know, it's another fight for Carl. It's over 5 years, or nearly 5 years, since he got John Pascal. It's been a fantastic journey to see. And I know, you know, lots of you in the room I've had a conversation with you, to see a fighter like Carl to go through a run of opponents that he has done and perform the way he has done. It's been a brilliant journey. It's been great to be involved in. Let's just come away from all the daft talk and stuff, because it's just silly, really. The bell will go on Saturday night, and we'll see what's what. And you know, if you want to read into that because someone keeps irritating you that you don't really want to engage anymore, that's to do with the fight, then it's just weird stuff, because it's got nothing to do with the fight. And somebody said to me yesterday, do you think Carl's going to be angry? Is that because, you know, the only chance Groves has got is Carl's going to be angry. It's just laughable, really. He's a complete professional. We've trained for 12 weeks. We don't know how good George Groves is. You know, nobody does, because, you know, he hasn't fought anybody, really. We'll find out Saturday night. He might be a really good fighter. He might be a pretty poor fighter. We'll find out Saturday night. But, you know, it's good words from his trainer. He's kept a pretty low profile, which is nice to see, because I'm kind of that way normally. And the boxers will do the fighting. You know, I know with Carl, he'll certainly do the fighting. And George will do the fighting for Paddy. And it'll be a great spectacle for British boxing. Carl Froch wanted to fight in Manchester for years. You know, you remember the Ricky Hatton stuff. And that was fantastic. Joe Gallagher's pushing boxing in the forefront in Manchester, doing a great job up here. So, you know, it's going to be a fantastic spectacle. And I know you'll get to see a brilliant world champion in Carl Froch perform in front of everybody on Saturday night. And he'll deliver, you know, he certainly will.
Thank you, Rob. We're going to go to the floor now for some questions. Any questions from the floor? No? Okay. You're going to wait for one-on-ones, as you like to do. We are going to have a photo up here, a quick head-to-head, just to let everybody know the weigh-in tomorrow, 1:30 PM at Manchester Central, the old GMX free entry.